Hello everyone, this is Robyn with mypinkstamper.com. I'm so excited to share this video with you guys today. I shared it on one of my live broadcasts this week on my Facebook page, and I thought I would make just a separate video so you can watch it separately, and it's just such a fun technique that I wanted to share it with you guys again. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what we're working with here. We're working with the watercolor pencils. If you have not tried these are magical. They're so much fun. They're back in stock, and you can order anything you see in today's video on my shopping page, mypinkstamper.stampinup.net. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to start with the watercoloring right away. That's the first thing I'm going to be doing. And I'm using one of our grid paper stacks. These are nice to have for background, and it saves your crafting space if you're working on a kitchen table or somewhere where you need to be super careful. I like just to use them in general. All right, I'm starting with our watercolor paper, and this is cut at 2 1/4 by 3 1/2. So this is the watercolor paper and the watercolor pencils. All right. So I'm going to pull out the color palette that I want to use. And these have a lot of the Brights collection, but then they also have Early Espresso, Calypso Coral, Basic Gray, Basic Black, and Whisper White. Okay, so I'm going to grab just 5 colors. I'm going to use the Melon Mambo. I'm using the Bermuda Bay and the Pumpkin Pie, Daffodil Delight, and the Old Olive, which is in here somewhere. Where's the Old Olive? Let's see. Oh, I already pulled it out. Okay, so which color am I missing? Oh, Daffodil Delight, right here. All right, so I'm going to take these, and I kind of have them in the order I want to color them. And I'm just going to start at the top, and I'm going to press kind of firmly. I want to have a lot of color on here. Okay, and now I'm going to go to the Melon Mambo next. And I'm using Daffodil Delight. Daffodil Delight next. And Old Olive. And I'm going to end with the Bermuda Bay. Okay, so now we're going to have a lot of fun. I'm going to set these aside. And I'm using one of our Aqua Painters. These come in a pack of 2. They have separate sizes on their tips, on the ends, and I believe I have the large one here. I'm going to pull this like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, and I've already filled this with water, so you can watercolor with these. You can use them with the lids of your ink pads if you want to color. Make sure it's really watery. I've squeezed it. I'm going to start with my lightest color, and I'm going to zoom in for you guys so you can see this really close up. And you guys can see that. It's really watery, and they're going to kind of run together a little bit, and that's totally fine. It's magical. It really is super fun to do this technique. And then I'm going to do just all the different colors. You can add as much water as you want. I keep squeezing it for more. This is going to stay pretty wet. When it dries, it will lay flat, flatter than it is now. So this is what I have so far. Is it so neat and so cool? And you could even get it a little bit more watery if you want. Okay, so you set that aside to dry. And I already have one that's dry right here. And the same color combination, and I actually let it run a little bit. So you can do that if you'd like. And I don't need the wet one. I'm going to set that aside to work with next. All right, so now I'm going to use All Things Thanks stamp set, and I'm using thank you for making my birthday happy. So what a great card to give someone after they've given you, they've recognized your birthday in some way. I'm using our archival basic black ink pad. And I'm just going to ink it up and just stamp it right here in the middle. Ta-da! And it stamps really nicely on that. Just don't forget to let it dry first. Now I'm going to layer this up, and we're using all of these materials here with it. I have our Melon Mambo cardstock. This is cut at 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm just going to fold it in half, and it's ready to go. Next step I'm using is the layer of our basic black cardstock. This is cut at 4 by 5.25, and I'm just going to use some adhesive and just add that right on top of this right here. And now I'm using a piece of our designer series paper. It comes in a stack in the different color families, and this is the brights. This is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and this is the daffodil. I'm going to add this on here. Gives it some nice pops of color. And now I'm going to layer this piece here with basic black. So this is cut at 2.5 by 3 3/4. And I'm going to make sure that I put adhesive on all 4 sides, just because it is a little bit warped because of it having the water on it. The water has been absorbed on there. Okay, I'm going to do that on here, and now I'm going to take some of our Stampin' dimensionals, add these on the back. And I just love this technique because when you look at it, you don't realize, first of all, how fun it is to do, but just how simple it is to make as well. I think sometimes we look at projects and we think, oh my goodness, I don't know if I could do that. And then we learn how to make them and we're like, oh my goodness, I totally can do that. So this is one of those I totally can do it projects. And I know every one of you can make one of these. All right, so I'm going to have this kind of off to the side. Sometimes I have them all, straight. And I'm using our enamel dots, our enamel shapes, and these are in the Brights family. And I'm just going to add some random dots here and there. And you could add them anywhere you wanted if you wanted to add them. Or keep them off, it's up to you. Okay. I think I'll put one more up here. All right, so here is the quick and simple card made using the watercoloring technique. And here's another variation that I made today on my live show. All right, I will have all of the supplies listed in the description of this YouTube video and on my website, mypinkstamper.com. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.